We have a ballroom that's under budget. It's going up right here. I've doubled the size of it because we obviously need that. And we're right now on budget, under budget, and ahead of schedule. I doubled the size of it, you dumb person.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for choosing to hang out with your host, the Conservative Bird, and me, Double D. And you're on the Brick Road Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. We really appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out. Also, if you could, please make sure to hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, and smash the notification. It's a quick, easy, and free way to help the channel grow as big as possible. Double D, we got some breaking news. Double D, Trump is on his way to China for, what is this, a summit with Xi Jinping.
Yeah, he's going to meet with him and in regards to persuading Iran to maybe speed up and accept the conditions of the ceasefire so we can get on and get out of there.
Right. Key elements that they're talking about are trade and economic deals, the Iran war, geopolitical stability, which, we all know there's not much of that right now, and relationship management, which, it seems to be with them, it's more of a take and then give for them. And I think we need to kind of establish something where, no, this is going to be a give and take on both ends. More of a, if we're the ones taking everything, then you're going to have to give us more.
Now, there is an interesting breaking news that I heard earlier today on the Clay and Buck show. The U.S. Navy has announced that they do have a nuclear submarine over there that they were pulling into the Strait of Hormuz. So they are showing. Now, normally they don't advertise that, by the way. So that is definitely a show of force. That's, hey, just letting you know we're pulling this up next to your driveway. So if you F around, you're going to find out.
Right. And if you guys haven't heard yet, also, Elon Musk and Trump are back on good terms. That's a good thing. It's good to have somebody like Elon Musk on our side that wants to do right and for the betterment of the country.
I can see it now.
So,
President Z, leave my Teslas alone.
Right. A big reason, a big reason actually why Elon's going is because he has a lot of business interests in China, mostly through Tesla and other stuff. But he produces, I believe, half of his vehicles in China, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, dude, he's got a really big contract with Chinese manufacturers. So I would think, he needs he has a vested interest. There's no ifs, ands, buts about that for sure.
Right, because I guess from what I'm seeing here, he gets a low interest rate loans and tax breaks at a 15% rate and allowing 100% ownership of his Chinese operation. So he owns the 100% of the operations in China, but he just pays money to have his stuff sent over here.
Pretty much, and they just, he needs to work something out for his company too. And honestly, and he's a good businessman. So you've got two businessmen really technically going over there to do business talks. Yes, the Iran situation's a geopolitical, issue, but again, there is trade issues that need to be worked out for sure.
No, for sure. He also took Tim Cook, which he's Apple. There's a couple other people I didn't see. It just said, and a couple other people went with him. It makes sense, because these people are billionaires. They have stakes, a lot of money, a lot of interest in China. So
vested interest, man, vested interest all the way around.
So on his way out the door, Trump had to talk to the media and give the media a little slapping.
A little parting ways, a little comments before he hops on the helicopter, a little FU to the reporters before he gets on board.
Exactly. So let's check this out.
Let that clip roll, Bird.
Mr. President, you promised to bring inflation down. It's now at its highest level in 3 years. Are your policies not working? What's happening?
Policies are working incredibly. If you go back to just before the war, for the last 3 months, inflation was at 1.7%. Now, we had a choice. Let these lunatics have a nuclear weapon. If you want to do that, then you're a stupid person. And you happen to be. I mean, I know you very well. Anybody that wants them to have a nuclear weapon is a stupid person. So we said we're going to take the greatest.
You're dumb.
Oh my god, man, he is such a dude. He's a fucking brutalist, man. Oh my god.
You know, it's crazy because you see all these like black pillars now. They're like, oh, why is he talking like this? Why is he dude? He's talked like this since 2016, since forever. What are you guys
He's been talking like
about?
this since 1988, dude. There is nothing. He is the most consistent human being on this planet. And as far as politicians go, there is nobody more authentic. I don't care what they say.
Nope.
He's the most authentic politician, and he's fucking hilarious, dude. He's fucking hilarious.
History, and we're going to go down a little bit. And actually, that turned out to be incorrect because our stock market is now at the highest point in history, which
he's breaking records every day.
People. It's a very simple message. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, and they won't have a nuclear weapon, and that's 100%. Their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft is gone, their radar is gone, their leaders are gone.
So basically, you took out the entire everything and took out their leaders. What are they going to do?
Dude, they're hiding in bunkers. That's what they're doing. They're just going to hide out in bunkers and wait it out till we either stop bombing them or until they come with a deal. I know this, the deal that they sent him, he was like, absolutely not. So, and it basically, they basically want control of the Strait of Hormuz, and that ain't fucking happening. Sorry.
Right. So here's another hilarious clip about the ballroom.
The ballroom, yes. The great big ballroom.
This one gets me, bro.
How's that different than your ballroom?
So what happened is we have a ballroom that's under budget. It's going up right here. I doubled the size of it because we obviously need that. And we're right now on budget, under budget, and ahead of schedule. I doubled the size of it, you dumb person. You are not a smart person.
Oh my God, he's such a
It's just so true though, because these people really aren't smart. They aren't smart at all. These people think that just because they graduated colleges and got degrees in journalism that they're some kind of intelligent people. You people are the most idiotic morons in the world. And to believe all this liberal ideology and be willing to work and shill out for these liberal companies like CBS, NBC, ABC, and all that is just pathetic.
And just because they accomplished a journalism degree,
Right.
I mean, come on, that ain't rocket science, man. It's like, what the fuck,
It's
dude?
the difference between
I just love how he owns them, Bird.
He really
owns
does.
them.
He really does.
Right over here. What about right over here? And based on a lot of things that have happened over the last year, we doubled the size of the ballroom.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a ballroom that's appropriate for the White House. We
doubled the ballroom.
The ballroom now is ahead of schedule, and it's a little bit under budget, depending on the finishes that we use.
There you go.
You know what, Bird? It's a big, beautiful ballroom. A big, beautiful ballroom.
So did Trump go on a late night posting spree or something like he always does?
I don't care what anybody says. When he's gone, we're gonna miss him, dude.
Yeah, we are.
When he's no longer president, because there's not going to be another president like him in our lifetime, bro. I'm sorry.
Even the liberals are gonna miss him.
Oh yeah, dude. They're gonna miss being able to hate him, and we're gonna miss laughing our asses off and everything. Because, dude, he is not only is he ballsy as shit. He is the most ballsy president we've had since Reagan, and probably Theodore Roosevelt before that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
these guys come once a generation, man. We're so lucky to have them, dude. Even if this country was falling apart as a result of them, just the laughter factor alone, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't walk away not smiling.
We have one more little clip about this.
The president is set to leave for China. Senior White House correspondent Selena Wang is in Beijing with more.
Selena Wang.
Good morning to you, Selena.
Yeah, good morning to you, Robin. And this trip was already delayed once because of the war in Iran. And President Trump was hoping to land here in Beijing with that conflict behind him. But instead, it's expected to be front and center of these talks. President Trump wants Chinese leader Xi Jinping to use his leverage to convince Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. But what I'm hearing from experts is that while China wants this war to end, they really see this as America's problem to solve. They don't want to get pulled in too deep. And Beijing can't afford to wait this out. They can be patient here because they built enough energy reserves. Now, what Beijing wants from this meeting, I'm told, is a longer tariff.
Yeah, but it's not just about Beijing. It's about the people that they do business with. They got to make sure that they can still do that business with them. And that's the whole point. So if you want to go ahead and simp for Iran, go right ahead, Xi Jinping, do your thing. But they're not the ones that I mean, they do contribute oil to them, but we're the ones that take in all your products and you make all your money off of us.
Absolutely. And we're the ones paying their tariffs.
Right.
So and
you
right
know,
now we're not allowed to charge them. So
when it's all said and done, you guys don't get to reap the benefits. We do.
Yep.
Truce, fewer restrictions on advanced technology exports, and easier access to U.S. investments. President Trump, for his part, also wants to walk away from this with some tangible wins he can take home. He wants trade deals. He wants China to commit to buying American airplanes, agriculture, and energy. Artificial intelligence talks are also expected to be at the top of the agenda.
Good.
Now, more than a dozen CEOs will be traveling here to Beijing with President Trump to help make those deals happen, including Tim Cook as well as Elon Musk. Also, top executives from Meta, Visa, and Goldman. That shows you, Michael, just how much is riding on this.
There you go. And
that's absolutely true.
Rightfully so. I'm glad for that.
I am too. And you know what, dude? It's funny that they brought up the AI thing because I was just speaking with a young lady online a couple weeks ago, and she was talking. She works for an AI company, actually.
Okay.
And she was basically telling me we lead the world right now in AI, bro.
Yeah, we do. We have the most AI technology.
Yeah, she said we lead the world right now, and it's going to be a big deal for the 21st century, and we control it also. And China wants a piece of that action.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. But they just don't want us to be the innovators of it.
Right. But we are.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there right now that hate AI.
Yeah.
I personally embrace the technology because, I embrace it. I don't care. And I know there's some dangers to AI also, but there's also a lot of technological good that can come out of AI.
Yeah,
I personally embrace it. And I also embrace the fact that the United States is leading the world in it.
Yep, I do. Yeah. I like that. That's a good thing. So my takeaway from everything is this could be a very, very, very productive summit for Trump. And this seems to be part of the chess move.
I would think so. And if he could come back with some good trade deals with China, and especially on our energy, our AI, and our agriculture, because we still lead the world in agriculture too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
We have a ton of farmland and a lot of it's being unused. The Democrats have been paying farmers for 30 years to just stay stagnant. I always disagreed with that, by the way.
Yeah.
So we definitely need to pump up our agriculture, pump up our AI, pump up our energy resources. And if China can agree to some of that, I think we'll come out of that with some pretty good, productive deals going on. As far as Iran goes, I agree with Trump. I think that Xi Jinping should probably put a little pressure on Iran. Let's get them to come to the table with a more acceptable and reasonable deal. If not, there's a nuclear submarine sitting right outside of their parking lot right now. So if it's sitting on their curb, it's sitting on their porch. So if they, and I know that's just a show of force because we don't normally show that shit, but it can easily change the course of the war.
China.
Exactly.
All right, everybody. On that note, we're going to end it. So I just want to thank, most importantly, God, because without him, none of this is possible. I want to thank the audience, Double D, and I want to thank my friends and family.
And as always, Bird, thanks for making our show happen every week as you do. audience, as you know, you're the reason, we're the reason. And most importantly, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me to be here to bring this message. And with all that, good night, y'all.
All right, everybody, have a good one. Peace.